Really? Oscars? Really? Oscars? Really? Oscars? I just got back from an 8-hour shift at work. I came home at 4 in the morning. I went to sleep around 5. I woke up at 9 so I could try to see the live show, but I missed it, unfortunately. But there was one thing that was said in a repeat live show that just... I don't know why I'm acting so surprised. They do this every year. They snub something that definitely was deserving. This is not, I mean, we all know this. This is the Oscars. They do this shit every goddamn year. And yet we act as if this is the first time they've ever done it. Oh, why did they nominate that and didn't nominate this? And they do it again, guys, this year. Not to mention, just looking at these nominations, this is gonna be a really bland Oscar ceremony, man. Like, all of these choices are all safe bets. There's not an interesting one in the bunch. Yeah, sure, Mad Max Fury Road, they got its nomination, but you know what? Everybody kept fucking campaigning for it for months. The Oscars heard it for months. They're like, fine, we'll give it to you. But guess what, fanboys? It ain't gonna win. It won't win nothing. Just like Inception before it, and just like Toy Story 3, or when people were campaigning for The Dark Knight to win, it's a toss-away nomination. It's like Selma last year. They gave it the nomination because it was riding on the coattails of praise, and they're like, oh, here, you can have the nomination, but you're not gonna win. That's what disappoints me the most. If Mad Max Fury Road had the chance to win, that would have been another thing. And, it might, because they did nominate its director, and usually when a director is nominated with the Best Picture nomination, they have a higher success rate of winning, but we all know who's winning Best Director. Come on. They're not going to give it to George. If they do, that'd be really surprising, but I seriously doubt it. Knowing their track record, no, they're not going to do it. So, yeah, I'm sorry, fanboys. You pushed hard, you got the nomination, but that's as far as you go. That's literally as far as you go. Anyway, I just want to quickly talk about some of these nominations for you guys. Oh, hey, I'm the Black Critic Guy. I don't know why I didn't even introduce myself, but I'm sure you all know who I am. So, let me just read some of the nominations that I find the most interesting. Screenplay, acting, directing, cinematography, stuff like that. Alright, so first one here, I scrolled all the way down. You can see the entire list on the Oscars website. I'll put a link in the description. So, first off, Best Writing Original Screenplay. We got Bridge of Spies, which is really awesome. I mean, it's the Spielberg touch. Anything that he makes, the Oscars are gonna be like, oh yes, it's so great, Steven. Oh, was that as good for you as it was for me? Here's your nomination. But it was a good screenplay, really great dialogue, and you know what? Joel and Ethan Coen wrote it. It doesn't surprise me they would get nominated again. Ex Machina. That I thought was really I was so happy to hear that. Ex Machina was such a thrilling, almost psychological thriller, and it was a really underrated film of 2015. Like, really good. I feel bad I didn't put it in my top 10 list. That's how underrated it was. I totally forgot I saw it. Not because it was bad or anything, it's just so many other great things came out. Inside Out, great choice. Really good screenplay there. Great writing. Great comedic writing. Spotlight, I haven't seen it, so I don't know how good it is, but still, considering the fact that it's about the Catholic Church and me being raised in the Catholic Church, I think it's pretty interesting. And Straight Outta Compton. This, out of everything, this list is the most interesting. Straight Outta Compton, Inside Out, Ex Machina. These are awesome choices. These are great choices. You're off to a great start, Oscars. But you kind of hiccuped here a little bit. Where's Quentin Tarantino? I mean, this is the one Oscar year where Tarantino made a film, nary a nomination to be found. What is that? That's very strange to me. I don't know. It's why. That was some of Quentin Tarantino's sharpest writing. Like, great dialogue, great build-up and tension. I liked it. Sure, the payoff wasn't all that great at the end, but still phenomenal writing from Tarantino himself. So surprised he didn't get a Best Original Screenplay. Other than that, I don't really have any complaints about this list. This one's fine. Best Adapted Screenplay. We got Brooklyn, never saw it. Carol, haven't seen it. Room, wanna see it. Big Short, I actually saw that yesterday. It's a good movie. The Martian, written by Drew Goddard. There you go, Real School. You got what you asked for, man. Drew Goddard got the nomination. You happy, Michael? You happy? Just in case you didn't know, Michael from Real School, in his review, he said that Drew Goddard better get a nomination for his screenplay for The Martian. And looks like it came to fruition, Michael. So, congrats. I have nothing more to say about this list. I haven't seen a majority of them. I saw The Big Short and I saw The Martian, both of which I think are deserving for Best Adapted Screenplay. I am extremely shocked, though, Steve Jobs is not on this. No Aaron Sorkin nomination. So weird, especially considering how much the Oscars love his writing. And it was a really solidly written film. I thought he could have got the nomination. But no real complaints. I'm just like, oh, whatever. And backtracking a little bit, one more complaint I have about the original screenplay category. Where was Creed? I recently just saw Creed. That movie was great. But no best original screenplay. Like, that was a really good screenplay. Like, you know, you give it up for the performances, but the performances come from the writing and dialogue, which were really on point in that film. Where was that nomination? That goes back to what I mean by diversity. Diversity, Oscars. That would have been an amazing choice. And Ryan Coogler is more than deserving of an Oscar nomination. And he's only made 2 fucking films. Both of which, knockouts. Both. And I can't wait for him to direct Black Panther, because that too will be a knockout. Alright, moving on, we got visual effects. Ex Machina, deserving. Mad Max, Fury Road, deserving. Star Wars, The Force Awakens, deserving. Martian, deserving. The Revenant, that bear scene, super deserving. I have no complaints with this list. Everybody deserved the nomination in this list. So I'm just going to move on from there. I'm curious, though, who's going to win. I would actually like to see either Ex Machina or Fury Road win this one. I think they definitely earned it. Moving on, we got Best Sound Mixing, nah. Best Sound Editing, nope. Best Short Film Live Action, nope. Best Short Film Animated. The only one I know here is Sanjay's Super Team. And, you know, as much as I like that, I hope that doesn't win. I want someone else besides Pixar to win some form of animated animated category. So, shit. Give it to World of Tomorrow. Best Production Design, nope. Best Music Original Score. Okay, here we go. So, Bridge of Spies, Thomas Newman. Carol Carter Burwell, Sicario, Johansson, which I didn't even know that even had a great score, but okay. Star Wars: The Force Awakens, John Williams. That was a given. If John Williams just scores anything, it's a given. And then The Hateful Eight, Ennio Morricone. I hope that's how you pronounce his name. This one's definitely Hateful Eight's win. Everyone praises the score, and that score is excellent. No one else deserves the win. Sorry, Star Wars: The Force Awakens. I love you, John Williams, but I think you have 5 Oscars and multiple nominations. I think you're fine. No one's gonna really cry that John Williams didn't win. I think this one's Hateful Eight's for the win. Probably the only win it's gonna get this Oscar season, which is damn disappointing. Okay. This next one is the reason I made this video. This is the one that I'm just super infuriated about. Best Original Song. You ready? Earned it from 50 Shades of Why the fuck did this shit get nominated? Now it's an Academy Award nominated film, Shades of Grey. Oh, god damn it. Just having to say that 50 Shades of Grey was an Oscar-nominated film is painful enough. Painful enough. And they picked Earn It. Why couldn't you pick Love Me Like You Do, like freaking the Golden Globes did? That would have been a better song. But okay, Earned It, which it definitely did not earn. That's a very inappropriate title for that song. It did not earn it. Manta Ray from Racing Extinction. I have not heard Manta Ray, so I have nothing to say there. Simple Song number 3 from Youth. Haven't heard it. Till It Happens to You from The Hunting Ground. Never heard of it either. And Writings on the Wall from Spectre? Gee, you know, this is such a great list. There's not a single thing missing from this list. What else could we have added to the best original songs list that would have been deserving? See You Again from Furious 7. You know, granted, I'm not a big fan of Furious 7. It's a decent movie, but come on. That song should have been nominated. We all were saying it for months. How do you give Mad Max Fury Road all the nominations because the fanboys kept crying for it? But when we all say, you know, that song, See You Again, it's emotional, it's powerful, give it the nomination, come on, do it, Oscars, and you don't even put it? What is this? This is the biggest snub of the entire Oscar ceremony. This one. And they gave it to Writings on the Wall, which has been universally considered to be one of the weakest Bond songs. I don't care if Sam Smith wrote or sang it. That is not equivalent to deserving the nomination. Just because he had a stellar year last year or a stellar year in 2014 and he had hit songs does not mean he can be the next Adele. Skyfall was a great song. It deserved the nomination. No one praised Writings on the Wall. Hell, I didn't even praise. The only thing I'll praise about Writings on the Wall is that its opening sequence had tentacle porn in it. That's all I would say about it. And that's the only thing memorable. It's not even in the freaking song. That is baffling to me, Oscars. That pissed me off more than anything. Of all the things you should have at least nominated, See You Again was the one you should have nominated. Fuck! Oh! I wonder if anyone else is as pissed as I am that it didn't get nominated, because I couldn't believe it. I literally could not believe it. I thought it was a surefire nomination, and it didn't get nominated. Thanks, Oscars. Okay, I'm moving on. I'm done yelling about that. Best makeup and hairstyle. I'm not really much for that. Best foreign film. Don't really know much of that. Best film editing. Okay. Mad Max Fury Road. Deserving. Spotlight. Didn't see it, so I don't know. Star Wars Force Awakens. Deserving. The Big Short. Deserving. The Revenant. For the win. If The Revenant doesn't win Best Editing, I'm gonna flip shit. Because that editor was put through hell to edit that film. Having to edit scenes that were shot in natural light. Could you imagine how much trouble they had to go through to find consistencies from shot to shot? Because, you know, lighting could be bad, the sun could be hidden. I really praised the editing of The Revenant. I even praised it in my review. I think The Revenant, if anything, deserves this win. Like, editing wise, it's really good. It's really, really good, and that editor deserves some praise for having to go through that hell of editing this film. So that's my 2 cents on Best Film Editing. Alright, next up is Best Directing. We got George Miller for Mad Max Fury Road. Definitely earned it. Lenny Abrahamson for The Room. Tom McCarthy for Spotlight. Adam McKay, The Big Short. Wow, great. Like, seriously. Good job, Adam McKay. And finally, Alejandro G. Inarritu for The Revenant. I don't really have much of an issue with these nominations, although I don't know much about The Room, but I haven't heard anything about the directing of The Room. I heard mostly about the stellar performances in The Room, so seeing that nomination here for Best Directing is kind of weird, considering that, you know, Quentin Tarantino, no nomination at all? Nothing for The Hateful Eight, really? Come on. Like, seriously? Oh, here's one that pissed me off. Where's Ryan Coogler? You know, talk all you want about how great Stallone was, but that direction by Ryan Coogler is as deserving as Stallone's performance. Like, why is he not up here? Why is he not up here? Why is F. Gary Gray not up here too? You know, that screenplay was great, but that direction was also superb too. It's his best directed film. And I'm just disappointed. These choices are so safe. They're all safe bet. They're all safe bets. Every single one of them. And not only that, there's not much diversity to this list. Like, Alejandro Inarritu is the only diverse member of this list. And he's the only one in the entire list that has been nominated and won before. I'll give them that they brought in some new people. But Ryan Coogler couldn't get nominated? Really? Really? It's disappointing, man. He really deserved it too. Anyway, I have nothing more to say about the directing. I'm just disappointed that Tarantino's not there, Ryan Coogler's not there. I thought F. Gary Gray deserved a nomination. Like, seriously, why not? I'm sure there was a plethora of other directors. Hell, the director of Ex Machina could have been nominated too. He did great. I thought he deserved it. Oh well, whatever. Moving on. We got Best Costume Design. No, I'm not really interested. Best Cinematography. I'm interested. Carol. Mad Max Fury Road. Cool. Sicario. Roger Deakins. He's not gonna win, but cool. Robert Richardson. Hateful Eight. Yeah. And Emmanuel Lubitsky. I hope that's how you pronounce his name, for The Revenant. This one's a toss-up. It could be between Mad Max, Hateful Eight, and Revenant. They might give it to... I have a sneaking suspicion they'll give it to the Hateful Eight or The Revenant. They won't give it to Sicario. And if they do, I'm going to laugh, only because out of all of Roger Deakins' films, this would be the film that he wins the Academy Award for? It's kind of weird. I mean, Sicario looks beautiful. Don't get me wrong. When it comes to Roger Deakins, his framing and his shots are impeccable. They're great. But why now? He could have won years ago for all of the other things he's been nominated for. Anyway, again, it's between Hateful Eight and Revenant. That's what I see. Moving on. Best Animated Features list. We got Anomalisa. I really want to see that movie. Literally, I'm dying to see that movie. I've heard so many great things about it. Charlie Kaufman wrote and directed. It looks so interesting. I want to see it. Menino Il Mundo. That sounds pretty interesting. Is that a Portuguese film? I have no idea. I'm kind of curious now. Inside Out. Shaun the Sheep. Shaun the Sheep. Really? I mean, I know it's been a pretty lackluster year for animation, but Shaun the Sheep? What? Ugh. And then when Marnie was here from Studio Ghibli, which is awesome. Dude, they're 3 for 3. 3 years in a row they've been nominated for Best Animated Feature. I think that's freaking awesome, considering that they haven't been nominated this prolifically before. Like, they got nominated for Spirited Away, and then like months went by, or years went by before they got nominated again. I don't think Ponyo got nominated. The last one I remember, I think Howl's Moving Castle got nominated, and then that was it. It was a huge dry spell. And now they're 3 for 3. That's awesome. That's getting them some recognition in the world. But again, this entire category is just, it's a toss away. We all know who's winning. Inside Out. They see the name Pixar, they're like, that's a winner right there. No. There weren't a lot of impressive animated features this year. It's been a lackluster year for animation. I'm not gonna lie, pretty lackluster year. We had some gems, like again, Inside Out was really good. I'm just a bit sad that the Peanuts movie didn't get nominated. I won't say that it is like Oscar nominee or it's not like Oscar type film, but if Shaun the Sheep could be nominated, why couldn't the Peanuts movie? It's such a faithful retelling of the Peanuts story. It was just a really well done animated film. I think it deserved the nomination. Don't you guys think it deserved the nomination at least? I don't know. I think it deserves some form of recognition, especially considering that Blue Sky Studios did it, and they're not really known to be a great animation studio. This would have been a much needed win for the company, you know, kind of get their name out of the dirt that it's in right now, and, you know, elevate it to a whole new level. Maybe even get them some opportunities to make some good animated films. A nomination would have definitely helped them, and they just didn't get it here. It's kind of disappointing. But whatever. No one really cares about the animated features category anyway, even though I think they should, because it's one of the categories I feel like is very influential, but it's also demeaning in the sense that they had to separate the animated films from the big boys, the live action. But that's a rant for another day. Let's move on to another category now. Best Actress in a Supporting Role. We got Alicia Vikander for the Danish Girl, which is so interesting as I feel like she should have got nominated for Ex Machina. Really stellar, visceral performance. I haven't seen the Danish Girl. I've heard a lot of things about it, so I don't know. Jennifer Jason Leigh for The Hateful Eight, we'll get to her. Kate Winslet, we'll get to her for Steve Jobs. Rachel McAdams for Spotlight. I think this is the most shocking nomination I've seen so far. Rachel McAdams, Academy Award nominee Rachel McAdams. Never thought I'd see that day. And Rooney Mara for Carol. I don't have a real problem with this list. Besides the fact that it does lack diversity again. But again, that's just me. Most of these girls, they seem like they deserve the nomination. I feel, again, Vikander should have been nominated for Ex Machina. Jennifer Jason Leigh. Out of everybody in the cast, she's the only one that got nominated. Which baffled me. Because her performance is good, don't get me wrong, but it's not like stellar. It wasn't like knockout performance, Christoph Waltz, Leonardo DiCaprio, Samuel Jackson level performance, you know? It's decent. Even the monologue she says at the end of the film, it's just like, that's typical Quentin Tarantino talk. I don't see what earned her this nomination. It feels like hey, you know, we can't fill up our entire category, so here's a nomination for you, Jennifer Jason Leigh. Kate Winslet for Steve Jobs. Actually, I think she's very deserving for this. I know a lot of people complained when they saw her nominated at the Golden Globes, but dude, she was like toe to toe with Michael Fassbender in every single scene. If Michael Fassbender wasn't stealing the moment, it was Kate Winslet who stole the moment. So I have no problem with that. Rooney Mara, I heard a lot of people didn't think she deserved the nomination, so I ain't got nothing to say. But again, it's just a pretty safe category. Like, just a bunch of safe choices here. Except for Rachel McAdams, which I think is pretty interesting. Moving on now. Next we got Best Actress in a Leading Role. We got Brie Larson, Room, she'll win. Kate Winslet. Kate Blanchett for Carol. Charlotte Rampling from 45 Years, which is such a dark horse when it comes to like these nominations. Did not see her coming at all, but it's so cool to see her in this list. It's interesting. Jennifer Lawrence for Joy, which I think is Joy's only nomination. Oh my god. And Saoirse Ronan from Brooklyn. Now this was shocking to me because like I heard a lot of people didn't think she deserved the nomination and that Brooklyn wasn't that great of a movie. In fact, one of my film teachers described it as a piece of shit. Literally, piece of shit. Didn't even sugarcoat it. Brie Larson will definitely win this. Hands down. There's no denying that. She has gotten so much buzz, so much praise for Room, and I need to see the damn film. So it's hers to win. No one else will take it from her. Jennifer Lawrence for Joy. This, I don't even hate her. I think she's a phenomenal actress, but I'm getting so sick and tired of seeing her on this damn list. I really am. She's becoming the next Meryl Streep. She gets nominated for every damn thing she does with David O. Russell. And though I haven't seen Joy, I personally think that she didn't deserve the nomination. I mean, there were other actresses that should have been nominated. Who do I think should have got nominated? Charlize Theron for Mad Max. Out of all the things that Mad Max should have been nominated for, in my opinion, Charlize Theron was the best bet. She was the best performance in the entire film. She killed it. And I thought, you know, if there was one thing people should have been pushing for besides, you know, Best Picture, Best Director, they should have been pushing for Charlize Theron to get Best Actress, or at least Best Supporting Actress, something along those lines. She gave a phenomenal performance. She killed it. She should have been nominated, and she's not even on this list. Very disappointing. Next, we got Best Actor in a Supporting Role. We got Christian Bale, The Big Short. Mark Ruffalo, Spotlight, which I think is so awesome. Mark Ruffalo is just like, he's killing it right now. Not only is he in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but out of everybody in that MCU, he's the only one that's going on to doing a lot of really great projects that gets him a lot of recognition outside of the Marvel spectrum, which I think is really awesome. Mark Rylance, Bridge of Spies, which I think is awesome. He definitely deserved it. He killed it in that film. Sylvester Stallone, Creed, which it looks like he'll probably win. And here's something that's surprising. Tom Hardy, The Revenant. He didn't get nominated at the Golden Globes, which I found shocking. I thought he would get nominated. But to see him here, it's pretty damn interesting. I'm excited to see what will happen in this category. It's really a toss between Sylvester Stallone and Mark Rylance. I mean, Tom Hardy's probably a dark horse in that, but a lot of people are saying this is Sylvester Stallone's for the win. He probably will win it. I'm surprised Christian Bale, out of everybody on The Big Short, is the one that got the nomination. His character, he's influential, he does stuff, but I don't think that was the standout character. In my opinion, it's either Steve Carell or Ryan Gosling. Those two were the standout performances. They should have got nominated. Hell, even Brad Pitt, for the short amount of time that he's on screen, he could have been nominated. Much better than Christian Bale as that weird guy. And I don't know. I just didn't fully agree with it. Next up, Best Actor in a Leading Role. We got Bryan Cranston for Trumbo. Really want to see Trumbo. Eddie Redmayne, The Danish Girl. Leonardo DiCaprio for The Revenant. Come on, Leo. Come on. This is your year. Matt Damon for The Martian. So good to see Matt Damon back in this category. I don't think he's been nominated for a Best Actor role in a very long time. It's good to see you back, Matt. I'm really proud of you, dude. And finally, rounding it up, Michael Fassbender, Steve Jobs. Again, all of these are very safe bets. I would have loved to have seen Michael B. Jordan be nominated for Creed. You know, everyone's praising Sylvester Stallone, which he did good. I'm not denying it. But I mean, come on. Michael B. Jordan killed it just as much as Sylvester Stallone in that film. Don't deny that. If Rocky, years ago, 40 years ago, could get a nomination. In fact, this is 40 years after the release of Rocky. 1976. It's 2016. 40 years. And Rocky got a nomination for Best Leading Actor. Why couldn't, they push for freaking Michael B. Jordan to get nominated? It's a damn shame. A lot of people were comparing Creed to the original Rocky. It's just like the original Rocky, but it's also its own thing. Yet it's not even hitting any of the categories that Rocky hit back when it was released. Screenplay, actor, picture. It got none of those. None. How surprised! The only big ones it got was Best Supporting. What a damn shame. I wanted to see Michael B. Jordan on. I've been wanting to see him on this leading actor nomination category for a long time. Hell, back in Fruitvale Station, I said he should have been nominated. And they even ignored that. Again, another one directed by Ryan Coogler. But again, this is just a safe bet. All of these guys, 4 of them have been nominated before. This is Bryan Cranston's first time, which is great, awesome. This might be Leo's to win. Like, I don't see anybody else taking it from him. The only upset I could see, and if they do it, I'm so mad. Bryan Cranston might pull an upset. Michael Fassbender might pull an upset. I doubt Eddie Redmayne will. I think this is more of a here you go, here's the nomination, you tried your best kind of nomination. And if Matt Damon wins, you know what? I might not be so mad if Matt Damon wins. Honestly, I would not, but I want Leo to win. And if he doesn't, I might just quit watching the Oscars, forever. And I know it shouldn't matter. Leo is a great actor regardless of what award tells him. He's a great actor, but come on! Don't make him the next Peter O'Toole! Peter O'Toole got nominated 9 times, guys! 9 times! Never won! Never! 9 times! I don't want Leo to go down that path. He's on his 6th one already. He's 3 away from Peter O'Toole. I don't want a repeat of Peter O'Toole. Give the motherfucker the gold. He deserved it. And finally, Best Picture. We got Bridge of Spies, Brooklyn, Mad Max Fury Road, Room, Spotlight, The Big Short, The Martian, The Revenant. Again, just a bunch of safe choices, man. All of these, I kind of all saw coming. And I don't know really who, the only thing I'll say about this list is I don't know who is the, for sure front runner. Like this is the one that is definitely going to win or has the highest probability. The only one I could see probably having the highest probability is The Revenant, because based on track record and how it's doing in the industry, and you know, even its filmmaking, I think it is probably the most visceral film on the list. All of these films are well shot. All of them are well directed. Besides Brooklyn, I haven't seen Brooklyn and Room and Spotlight, but I've heard a lot of great things about their direction and everything. They pull off the film. The film came together very well. But I would have again. Why isn't Creed on this list? Why isn't Straight Outta Compton on this list? Those two were also very well directed, had stellar performances, great writing. It definitely deserved to be on the list. And again, they just played it safe. They really played it safe with these nominations. By the way, back to the directors, I'm surprised Ridley Scott didn't get nominated. I thought a lot of people were pushing for his nomination, but I guess not. He didn't get a nomination. Weird. But, so those are all the nominations for the... Which Oscar is this? I guess 2015 Oscars. It doesn't tell me which number it is, so... But, yeah, those are the nominations, and those are my thoughts. And, again, it just feels so safe. This Oscar ceremony feels so safe. Everything's just a safe choice. There was no risky choices, no out of left field choices. Some surprising ones, but nothing so outrageous like, whoa, that one got nominated? Holy crap, that's really cool. And that's just kind of disappointing, but it's also par for the course with the Oscars. They do this every year, and I don't know why I continue to act surprised. I don't know why. I hope Chris Rock does a good job at hosting it. He probably might be the only glimmer of hope I have in this upcoming ceremony. But I would like to know what you guys thought about the nominations. Do you agree with all of them? Do you feel like anybody was left out like I did? And let me know, are you going to watch it on February 28th? I would definitely love to know. So comment below, let me know. And for that, I am going to do another live chat with another special guest. I think you might remember him. Here's a little picture to refresh your memory, because he'll be coming back real soon. And stay tuned, later on today I will be doing my episode reviews for the new episode of Erased and probably Assassination Classroom if I feel like it. And until then, guys, if you'd like to see more videos on this channel, be a part of the Black Critic crew, please hit that subscribe button below. Like this video if you really enjoyed it. I'm Tony II, the Black Critic Guy. Till then, peace, YouTube!